gentlemen of YouTube land, Rocknot here with a discussion video. This is one topic that I've been thinking about for quite some time, and things I've done it before in the past, where I decide I'm going to sell off some of my collection. But this discussion video will be how do you know when to sell some of your collection? The last time I sold a huge chunk of my collection was back when I didn't have a very big collection, and I was mostly just into the 360. I wasn't into all of my retro stuff. Like, I kept a bunch of my old consoles, but I sold off my old N64 with a few games. I sold off my old GameCube with all the Resident Evils I had with it, and that sort of stuff. And nowadays, I regret that, because there are still a bunch of games I'm missing. Like, on the PS1, I'm missing Silent Hill, and that's one game that I do regret offloading. But what part of my collection I'm talking about today is actually my Sega collection. As you guys know, or as you guys may know, I didn't grow up with a Sega Genesis. I grew up on Nintendo, Super Nintendo, N64, then PS1, GameCube, all that stuff. So as far as nostalgia goes, Sega Genesis isn't that big of a nostalgic draw for me. Now, there was some times when I was older, I was in my teens, where a buddy of mine had a Sega Genesis, and we used to go down to this place in Peterborough called Ted's Place and rent video games. And yeah, you could still rent Sega games there, and we used to rent Mutant League Hockey all the time, and that's an awesome game. Absolutely love it. But is having that game worth keeping the entire system or the entire collection? I don't know. But yeah, just to give you a taste of some of the games that are in my Sega collection, because I've never done a Sega collection video. But here are some of them. Like, I've got Phantasy Star 4, loose cart, Phantasy Star 3, and this one's complete, but the manual does need to be replaced. The cover off the manual is missing. Yeah, it's got the back cover, but the front cover's missing. Cart's in not bad shape. Sid of Valis. And honestly, I haven't played this game. I've owned it for probably close to a year now, and I haven't played it. I know nothing about it. 50 Caliber. I actually do enjoy this game. A little shoot 'em up game. Fairly fun. Contra Hard Corps. Oh, and this one's complete. And I believe, yeah, Sid of Valis is complete too. Contra Hard Corps is not complete. It's missing the manual. But still, fantastic game. Hella hard. I don't think I ever got off the first level. But I love the game. I love challenging games like that. Mutant League Football. Unfortunately, this one's missing the card and the manual. And then probably the gem of my Genesis collection is my Mutant League Hockey. And it is complete in box. The manual's got a little bit of a bend there, but otherwise in great condition. And that's just to show you some of the games I do have in my collection. There are a lot of sports titles, unfortunately, because a couple of the big bundles had sports games. I've also got like Earthworm Jim 2, and I've got the carton case for RoboCop versus Terminator. I don't have the cart, but I have the case and the manual, rather. But yeah, a lot of times I've been sitting there looking at my Sega shelf, thinking, you know, these games are collecting dust. You know, I don't have enough time to play the games that I have, let alone, get around to these guys. And I've got a Model 2 Genesis with the 32X attachment and a Sega CD that powers on. I think it needs a new disc reader because I don't think it's spinning. Or maybe I just need a better power plug. I ordered one off eBay. It didn't come with the original. And the last Model 1 Sega Genesis cable I had, it had a short in the wire, so I couldn't really test it with that. But yeah, to get back on topic here, I find myself, staring at these games and, thinking, is it time to maybe offload them for things that I would enjoy, staring at on my shelf, like, possibly like a trade I thought of in my head, just sitting here. I'd trade that for like Fire Orange N64 with matching controller, or trade that straight up for a Smoke Gray N64 with matching controller, stuff like that, stuff to, finish off collections that I'm currently near completion of. Because as much as I'd like to dream about it, I'd never finish a Sega Genesis collection. I don't know enough about the games. I don't know, I don't know what games I'd even be close to interested in. Like there's a couple of games I'd like to grab, like TMNT Hyperstone Heist. I'd like to grab that because I have Turtles in Time for Super Nintendo. I like the Turtles games. But yeah, I've been really debating with myself selling these. Now my wife has a point. Last time I sold off big bulks of my collection, she turned around and said, "Rock, last time you did that, you still have regrets to this day about selling games." And I was like, yeah, I do. But, so it part of me wants to offload them, part of me doesn't. I don't know. What do you guys think? Have you ever come to a point when you're staring at your collection thinking, maybe I should find a new home for this stuff somewhere where it'll, at least get played, or, it almost sounds like you're thinking of a puppy or something. I don't have enough time to play with this, so let's find a new home for it. It's like all those Facebook posts you see online about finding a new home for their puppy or something. There I am, comparing video games to puppies. But, but what I would do is I'd use that money to, get stuff that I've been meaning to get, like getting some more Final Fantasy games, finishing off some of my Zelda collection, stuff like that, I don't know, guys. Anyways, that's the question. When do you know when the time is? When do you get rid? When do you decide to find new homes for your stuff? Leave a comment in the section below if you've ever come to this point in your collection before where you thought maybe I should. And did you have any regrets? I know the last time I did, yeah, I had a huge regret. I think if I was to really go through with it, I'd probably do it in one bulk foul swoop. Sell the whole lot as one big lot. The console, I think I've got like 58 games, 59 games. Yeah, somewhere around there. 58, 59, and a couple of empty cases. So we'll say about 61. And then got some wireless adapters for controllers. Don't have any wireless controllers. I've got, I think, 2 or 3 controllers or something like that. I don't know. What do you guys think? I'd probably just sell it as a large bundle. Anyways, I'm, losing my train of thought and keep glancing over at this stuff, debating whether or not I want to do it. So again, leave a comment in the section below whether or not you have come to this point in your collection as well. Now, I'm not saying I'm going to sell all of my games, because I probably won't. I love my games, but I'm primarily looking at my Sega stuff, like my Genesis and my Dreamcast, because my Dreamcast, I've had one pickup for it, and that was over a year ago, and I've maybe played my Dreamcast 5 times since I got it. So, fuck, I've played my Xbox One more often than that lately. By the way, on that topic, Final Fantasy Type 0, hell yeah. They changed up the whole freaking combat system, no more turn-based, it's all real-time. I thought I'd hate it, but love it. Gonna have to do a review video on that. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, again, I've taken up enough of your time. I really appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. Again, leave a comment in the section below if you've ever come to this part in your collecting. And, if you haven't already, subscribe to stay up to date with all of my new videos coming out. Again, a little update. The tonsillitis seems to be going away. 3rd day on the antibiotics. 2nd day on the anti-inflammatories. So everything seems to be going back to normal. We'll see the doctor in August and see whether or not we got to remove them. So, Amiibo Theater Season 2, Episode 2 should be coming out hopefully next week, as long as everything goes according to plan. My niece is coming up for the week next week, so maybe it won't be next week, maybe it'll be the week after. Who knows? Yeah. And you know what? Give me a like for consulting with you guys before I did something crazy. Lord knows I've done it before. And you know what? If I'm going to sell it to anybody, it'd be the guys in my gaming group. Because you know what? I know those guys would appreciate this stuff. I'm not going to sell it to... I'm not just going to walk up to some willy-nilly reseller and say, hey, listen, what do you give me for this? Because they're not going to give me value for it. I know what it's worth. I've done it via video game price charting. And honestly, if I'm going to deal with other collectors, I'd rather deal in trade. Because then, nobody feels ripped off in a trade. Especially if games of similar value are being used. Or within like $5 of each other or something, Anyways, now we're really long into this video. I'm going to let y'all go. You guys get back to your day. This is like one of my longest videos in a long time. Have a good one. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate all the goodwills I've gotten lately. I appreciate, I just appreciate you guys watching my stuff. I appreciate your guys' ideas, your feedback, and everything. So, I'm looking in the wrong spot. I'm looking here. I should be looking here. Stop looking over here, dummy. Anyways. Anyways, again, thank you very much for watching my videos today. I greatly appreciate it. Damn dog running across the floor. Again, subscribe to keep up to date. Leave me a like for consulting with you guys before I do something nuts. And get back to your busy lives and stop wasting your time watching my video. Thank you all very much for your time. Have a good one.